Hi, I'm Megha and you are watching Vvip News. Today's news. When the National Investigation Agency (NIA) began its probe into the Pulwama terror attack in which 40 CRPF personnel were killed last year, it faced a blind case in the absence of any solid proof against the perpetrators. The case posed unique challenges such as lack of evidence, having blown to pieces in the suicide attack, and 7 accused being subsequently killed in encounters. However, the central agency used forensic tests including DNA, profiling of the mere evidence to reach the dead ends. It was a blind case for us. There were a load of murmurs, but everything needs to be established beyond doubt in the court of law. Senior officials who was a part of the probe said the first challenge was to establish the ownership of the car used by Adil Ahmed Dar, the suicide bomber, according to the charge sheet in the case filed by the NIA in a special court in Jammu on Tuesday. There was nothing available from the vehicle, which carried a cocktail of 200 kilos of high-grade explosive RDX, gelatin sticks and aluminium powder. As per the charge sheet, with the help of forensic methods and painstaking investigations, the serial number of the car that was blown into pieces beyond recognition was extracted, and within no time the ownership of the vehicle was established from the first to the last owner. However, the last owner of the car, Sajjad Butt of Bijebara in Anantnag district, had disappeared hours before the February 14, 2009 attack and joined Jaish-e-Mohammed. He was subsequently killed in the encounter in June last year. Telecom regulator TRAI has issued a show cause notice to Vodafone Idea over the contentious priority plan, saying the offer lacks transparency, is misleading and not in compliance with the regulatory principles. In a notice signed by PTI, the regulator has asked Vodafone Idea to show cause by August 31 as to why appropriate action should not be initiated against it for violating the extant regulatory framework by its RDX traffic plan. Airtel offered to abide by what TRAI says and has also voluntarily modified its platinum offering suitably, and hence TRAI is not proceeding with further investigation on that, the source said. In the show cause notice sent to VIL, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India said that it's on the view that the claim of VIL for providing priority 4G network with faster data in compliance with the regulatory framework. The REDX draft is misleading and is not compliant with the regulatory principle of tariff assessment contained under the Telecom Officer Act, and it said that the REDX tariff order is the contravention of the specific clauses of the order relating to the protection of interest of consumers. Further, TRAI said that the VLS tariff offer violates the term of license agreement as is not consistent with stipulated technical enlargements, offering to see if the network preference to specific customers lead to deterioration of services for other non-premium subscribers or violate any norms. During its probe, the regulator had short of questions to the two operators, asking them to explain their position on the controversial issue and provide relevant data to substantiate their claims. The arrival of the Vvip aircraft from the US, which will be used to fly President, Vice President and Prime Minister, has been delayed due to the technical reasons, senior Air India officials said on Tuesday. The plane was scheduled to arrive in India during the first half of this week, the officials noted. The senior officials of the national carrier reached the US earlier this month to purchase the plane from aircraft manufacturer Boeing, the official said. Another custom-made B777 plane for the travel of VVIPs is likely to received from Boeing in September. They noted it was expected that the delivery of the two planes, which are earmarked for the VVIP travel only, would be done by July. However, due to COVID-19, their delivery has been delayed by a few weeks. During the travel of the VVIPs, the two B777 aircraft will be operated by the pilots of the Indian Air Force and not of Air India, an official said. Currently, the President, Vice President and the Prime Minister fly on Air India's B747 planes, which have the call sign Air India 1. Air India pilots fly these aircraft for the dignitaries, and the Air India Engineering Services Limited maintains them. When these aircraft are not flying the dignitaries, they are used by the Indian national carrier for commercial operations.